This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First carry for James Conner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray now. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Jay Sanders breaking through and blowing that play up in the backfield. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
You look at this Arizona defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
B.J. Ojulari brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback.
Under pressure, they got him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little, but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Murray throwing on second down. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. Well, that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. You look at this Eagle defense. Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
To throw, it's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Rodgers to return it. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A beautiful fake. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
But 1st down, Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Penny will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Another try for Penny. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 4. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Rodgers on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. 54 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Here's Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one too low.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
They will run it with Swift here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Rolling to his right.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And Connor going to pick up a Cardinals first down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
First down, Murray. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Jalen Carter
Able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's Rodgers on the return. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Play action. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Gets by him and out of little daylight. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goddard, 47 yards. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And a round is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. To the right side, and he's got more complete. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
24-yard line.
A final shot before half for Murray. To Connor on the check down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Cardinals nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hawkins. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
67 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
On first down, Hawkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
They run the counter. It's Hawkins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Swift again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The drive will start with Connor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, you're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Here's Murray.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
2nd and 11.
63.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run out of the gun with Swift. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackled that time by Myjai Sanders. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Murray going to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Murray. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. Flushed out right. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Murray now running left off the option.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Prater for the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the